Well, we're going to assume we're live. The stream's still catching up. It's about 10 seconds behind. But yeah, it looks like we're live now. And we're back with some basic expert BX Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see. Also, the OSE Old School Essentials. This, it's the same rule set with a little bit of clarification. If you want to buy something new and still on the shelves today, check out Old School Essentials. They've got a really nice SRD up as well. Old School Essentials.necroticgnome.com. And basically all the rules are right there for you to use if you'd like. But they also make spiffy, nice books. Now, so BX Dungeons and Dragons. It's been a while since we played last time, and Dion will not be joining us tonight. He is going on his yearly pilgrimage to another state. Yes, he will be back in a couple of weeks. But tonight we've got Richard. Who are you playing, Richard?
Hi there, I'm Richard, and I am playing Scribbleshanks, the lovable, in inverted quotes, half. Inverted quotes around half.
Yeah. Okay, so we're sure he's a halfling. We're not sure that he's lovable. Gotcha. Jameis, who you got tonight?
Hey, I'm playing Galen Rayhorn. I have no idea how lovable he is. Level 8 Cleary Elf Priest.
Nice. Radnar the Large, as played by Bill. Tell us something about Radnar.
Well, he is a level 9 human magic user, and he is very large. And he doesn't care if he's lovable or not because he's got Fireball.
And Polymorph.
Yeah.
Yeah. Constantine, who you got tonight?
Well, I'm just playing the good old Jenkins. I can't say he's friendly. I can't say he's nice, but he's here, man.
But we can say he's definitely not lovable.
And definitely not smart.
All right, so last time we spent most of the adventure with you guys doing a free fall through a slippery tube that started in context. It started in Stoltheim's domain and ended up who knows where, but you get the general sense that it went south, a long way south. And as you make your way out of it, following some kind of creature that made this pathway, you find yourself looking out over your fairly high elevation, looking down below you into a very odd walled city. It's got a creature that is as tall as its walls, a good 50, 60 feet, with things on its back that occasionally are able to hop down over the walls. You can see that there's some kind of defense being mounted. Though you are up high, it is strangely difficult to see into the city proper itself. When I say odd city, it's not odd that it's a city and that it has walls surrounding it. What makes it odd is that the walls themselves seem to be all encircling. There doesn't appear to be a gate or a way for people to get in or out of that city. And the walls are a good 60 plus feet tall.
I question how my eyesight allows me to see all the way around the thing.
From what you can see,
Oh my
there
God.
doesn't appear to be any noticeable break in the wall. I mean, it could be on the side that you're not facing.
That's the only logical assumption. Either that, or somehow we have scouted the whole of this place immediately.
The
We're
walls.
getting an overview from satellites.
Yeah, you're checking.
Satellites?
Galen is checking his satellites.
We've got drones.
He's assured that there are no entrances or exits. No, the walls seem to be also made of stone that glitter in what sunlight is left in the sky. Almost like the stones have a bit of pyrite or crystal impregnated into them. They sparkle. Quite a
So
sight.
has everyone got a horn, and can we traverse this place 7 times?
So, with Dion not being here, we are going to say that Dion and Mr. Mage, they are checking things out in the tunnel and are leaving you to be.
So they went down a different passage by
Yes,
mistake.
exactly.
Oh,
So we'll pick it up there.
For reasons definitely not tied to what the name of the stream is, I think this is a Crystal City.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. So some kind of defense is being mounted by those inside, as you see occasionally figures, quite agile figures, dancing and seeming to move and gyrate on the walls in strange, odd patterns that seem oddly dance-like, and yet still effective as they are slashing and cutting down some of these creatures, smaller creatures, that are on the giant's back.
those creatures that on the giant's back, are they
They are
the mushroomy
man-sized.
things that we saw before?
Can't really see from this distance. Even the best of you with your demi-human eyes can't quite make them out.
What if we do this with our hands and look closer?
It just makes it blurrier.
So wait, this is a city that's being attacked by giants, and the
Well, a
inhabitants,
giant creature. It looks kind of like a centipede or some kind of giant slug, but it
and
has
the inhabitants are dancing and gyrating on top of
the
the wall.
defenders seem to be dancing. Well, they're fighting. It's obvious that they're fighting, but their fighting seems to have like a very odd rhythm and graceful movement to it that makes it look like dancing.
I
It's a
think
bunch of
Yeah.
capoeira
Right.
experts.
Well, maybe we should jazz hands our way over there and see what's going on. Get a closer look.
Okay, you do have quite a bit of terrain to pass, unless somebody can figure out something to do faster than your normal walking. Going down is easy enough. You're coming out. It's kind of a mound of earth. You thought at first maybe the tunnel came out like in a small hill or a group of smaller mountains, but no, it looks like all the ground was built up when whatever creature exited this hole came out. And it's just a mound of earth and rock. It looks fairly new to your eyes, Galen, as you can see the disturbed soil and nothing, no new growth. This is all new. Looking around the edges of the hole that you emerged from, the creature below, that all the smaller figures on, the caterpillar or slug-like creature, seems to be what made the hole that you just recently got transported through.
Is there like an uprooted tree or something right nearby?
I'm sorry, is there a what nearby?
Uprooted tree or some wood or something nearby?
There's no trees nearby. It's all small, stunted brush. As a matter of fact, the terrain below you is rather low and stunted as well. It's kind of like, are you familiar if I say the word tundra, what tundra is like?
Mhm.
Small, very grassy, nothing grows up very tall. Generally, you'll find little berries, but not much more in the way of foliage in it.
Now, when we left off, Rednor had been flying. He had cast fly.
Yep, and it's still active.
No.
Yep. Now, you can't carry all. Now, is flying faster than walking?
Fly is faster than Radnar walking.
True.
Radnar always counts as encumbered because he is Radnar the Large.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Mm.
Can I fly close to the wall to see what's going on?
You certainly can. Let's see, how long does fly last? And I'll give you an idea of how much more time you have left. What is that, a third level?
I think so, yeah.
No, it's third level. Okay, so fly will last 1d6 turns. You're 9th level.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you've got over an hour.
Okay. Yeah, I'll fly up. I don't know. Maybe I'll fly close to the wall to see if I can talk to any of the inhabitants. Hey,
Okay.
what's going on here?
Roll me a d6 first.
All right.
Okay. Now roll me initiative.
Eek.
And you can add your dexterity bonus or negative if you have either to this.
Why did you have to say that? All right. What is my negative?
Unless your dex is lower than a 9, you don't have
If
to.
you just hit the initiative button beside Dex, then it'll automatically update it all.
I have a
for you.
dex of 5.
Oh, you definitely
Yeah.
have a negative.
Yeah, just hit the initiative button beside the Dex stat,
I see it. Yeah.
and it'll do it for you.
All right.
Okay. Not bad, but they do go first. Okay, so you fly in enough to see that this worm-like creature, it's the closer you get to it, the more that you realize that it might be a construct of some sort. It's kind of its structure is kind of gelatinous, and it seems to be forming itself into like a tube that looks like like a slug, but there's no eye stalks or arms or anything. It's all just undifferentiated, and its flesh is very rubbery. You see the attackers when they attack. All the attackers seem to be of a similar build and size, wearing armor that you think is made of stone, but it's maybe the same stone that the walls surrounding the city are made of. As they glisten, they catch the sunlight. They are very fast, and they all fight with the same weapon, which is a staff that's about 7 feet long, and there's some kind of barbed crystal on the end, which you see them jamming into some of these smaller attacking creatures, which are humanoid, 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. But much like the worm creature, they're undifferentiated. Like, they've got impressions of where eyes might be, an impression of where like a nose and a mouth might be, but no actual nose and mouth. Their skin is a dull gray. They're not human, but they are humanoid.
Okay.
They're wearing no clothing, but they're sexless as well. I mean, there's no differentiating sexual organs on display, as they are nude. So the defenders are sometimes they're slashing and treating these weapons they have like spears, or yaris, Japanese yari. Other times, the ends of the spears will fire off, and they will embed themselves into either the slug-like creatures or some of these other humanoids coming off. And then the crystalline end of the staff kind of just starts to grow again.
Yeah.
All of the defenders are also wearing masks. The right side of the mask they're all very different. They're all very colorful, and they're not, none of them seem to be the same. They're all very different. The left side of the face is stark white with like a monobrow, like a line across where the eyebrow would be. And the eye slits are made to look very menacing, as the mouth is also like a downturned kind of a scowl. And that's on the left side. And that all looks the same on all the defenders. They seem to be very good. Their fighting is unusual, as there's a lot of capering and graceful movements before they strike. They seem to be very capable, but the creatures that they're attacking don't seem to bleed. And unless something is decapitated or in some way made so that they can't move, they just kind of keep coming. You're close enough now to see that they're not riding the slug-like creature. The slug-like creature is actually, they're coming out of the surface of the creature, and they're like budding off. And you're seeing several of these creatures fall into the city below. And you can't really see the interior of the city, as it's very foggy, like a dense fog at the very top of these 60-foot or so top walls. So you can't see down into the city at all. Now, what the initiative was for is because, well, neither side knows that you're here to help or hinder. And the defenders of the wall see you first. So several of them turn, and that crystalline end of their staff, several of them fire off at you.
Jesus.
First of all, let's see how many respond to you first.
Does fly give any kind of AC bonus?
No.
Oh, well.
Well, we did all we could to help him by standing there and watching him fall to his death. So let's just turn and go back up the tunnel again. 2
of them hit you. 6 points of damage as these crystal shards just kind of tear into your flesh and kind of stay there. They kind of pull. They hurt a lot. Just 6 points of damage. They've kind of embedded themselves into you. And you notice that your blood is being drawn up into the crystals that are still stuck in you.
Did I hear them, like, are they shouting or speaking or anything?
They are silent in their battle. Even when you're seeing some of them being killed by these, these other humanoid creatures, they're either being overwhelmed or bludgeoned to death. They make no noise.
Okay, well, hopefully they won't kill me after I do this. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna, like, raise my hands like this and go, do you guys need some help? I'm not a foe. I'm a friend.
Okay, what language are you starting with? I will allow you to say a passage for your initiative turn, but what language are you starting with?
All right, I'm going to start with common, with the common language.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll probably move to Draconic, and then French, and then Infernal.
Okay, so the first round you say that in common.
Yep.
All right. Roll me initiative again. The rest of you see that Radnar is approaching. You see that he kind of stutters in the air a bit. Probably don't see him actually being struck, but something's going on.
0. So that means he never goes again, right?
Ever. He's just dead.
Yeah.
Okay. The defenders at the wall seem to understand what you're saying. They do not answer you, but they turn away from you as the tips of their spears start to regrow, and they go back to trying to sweep the wall clear of these invaders that are trying to come in. The slug looks like it's probably at its maximum extension. It doesn't seem to be able to grow enough to get over just that last hump. But again, these little humanoids are being butted off of it, and they kind of scamper over the top, and they're trying to drop themselves into the village below. The defenders are doing a good job of keeping it from happening, but some of them do make it over.
Is the creature, like, pointed towards me? Is there like an open mouth?
There's no way to tell how it's pointed because there's no mouth, eyes, or even legs. It's just a tube of flesh.
How do I describe what I'm going with this? Hypothetically, were I to cast Fireball, would I be able to get it into the creature before it went boom?
There's no open orifice that you can see.
Okay.
Can you cast Fireball at the creature? Certainly.
Can I get it close enough to the creature, but to affect it, but far enough away from the wall to not affect the defenders?
If you aim towards the base, you've got 60 feet between the base of the wall and the top, so I think so.
Okay.
I believe Fireball doesn't have a radius past that. Let me look real quick.
No, it's like 300 or something silly like that.
20-foot radius.
Yeah, 20 foot.
20-foot radius, yeah.
Yeah, so you can hit it at the bottom or somewhere in the middle. I mean, you may do damage to the walls, but you can do it so that you're not going to damage the defenders.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. Just roll damage.
All right.
Is a construct considered a living creature?
Nope.
Okay.
Damn.
Wow.
That's all right. 29.
That's about average.
Okay. You're not sure how much damage you've done to it. You've done some damage to it. You can see that its skin kind of changes. It looked very fluid, almost like a bag of jello. So I kind of explained it as being slug-like. If nothing else, the fire seems to have caused it to lose some of its liquid as the outside skin starts to crack and become brittle. And you notice where the center of your fireball hit, it's not able to move that. And so you see it kind of breaks off and it falls down that 30 feet as what you hit with the fireball seems to have been rendered useless to it. So it's now a 30-foot slug instead of a 60-foot slug.
Okay.
But it can now no longer reach the top of the wall.
Well, bonus.
All right, that did some good.
Okay. I'm gonna so on its turn, the creatures that are budding out of its surface change somewhat as like rudimentary like wings start to bud out of their backs, and they're taking tentative little hops and testing out flight. They haven't mastered it yet, but it looks like they're attempting to evolve to the situation.
All right, I'm gonna fly away.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck this. It's quickly looking like it could get out of hand for me, and just by myself, I don't think I can defeat all of these. So I'm
Sure.
going to,
Well, you have ended the immediate threat to the city, as the creature is now no longer capable of reaching the top of the walls. But if it can figure out flight, that might be something different. We'll see.
okay. So I'll fly back to the party and tell them what I saw and what happened.
Yep. Those crystals are still in you. They've embedded themselves in you, and your blood is like pouring out of them. Lose 2 more hit points.
Now, can I pull them out?
You want to pull them out?
I probably will wait till I like land and I'm near Galen, but yeah,
Okay. Do you have one of those healing rings?
I do.
Yeah.
All right. So what's happened is your flesh is healed around them, but it still is a conduit into your bloodstream, so your blood is still pumping out of the tops of the crystals.
Yeah. Help.
What is it?
I don't know. It hurts.
Yeah, his blood is like with every beat of his heart, blood's like spewing all over
I
the
hold
place.
up the knife. I can try and dig them out.
Yeah, they're this hollow crystal, hollow crystal structure. You pull them out, causing Radnar a bit more damage, but your ring takes care of it.
No.
Flesh heals up after a bit. Hurts like hell when they're removed too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is so I just tell them it was I don't know what that is. It's some kind of construct. It's almost like it's creating beings that were attacking the wall. They're trying to develop wings now. And I don't know what the heck that is in the city, but they're not like anything I've seen before.
Oh, they moved like very graceful humans or elves, but I mean they're wearing masks, so you can't really tell.
Is this anything like what the guy described was in Hex 4? Because he described that walled city that didn't like people.
Too little information to go on. Because certainly the walls don't look like crystal. They look like stone with something reflective in the stone.
Oh, shall we mosey on down?
I mean, I did say that we should jazz hands our way down there and assumed we were all moving in that direction anyway.
What? No, I assume we
I started moving in that direction, if nobody else.
I
mean, there's a new city here which might not have heard my stories. Of course I'm going to...
There's a new city you can burn down. Either way.
So the remaining 30 feet of the creature and the other budded creatures off it are between you and the city if you take the closest route. I mean, you can circle around behind the city or to an edge or around. You don't have to go right through where the creature is, but that will take more time. How do you want to approach this?
I mean, from the looks of it, the fireball was pretty damn effective, so I just think Red will throw another fireball at what remains and we'll see what happens. So I'm on team direct with fireball.
Yeah, I mean, I could shoot off another fireball when we get closer.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys get closer, close enough to see that the little humanoid-like figures that have budded off it are tentatively trying wings that they've sprouted. They're able to hover a little bit, but they haven't quite figured out flight yet.
Yeah, take them out.
All right.
I sure hope they haven't adapted to your fireball, he said.
I will
what's the odds of that?
fireball at them.
Okay. Are you using an item or are you using spells?
I'm using my spell.
Okay. This is not as effective this time. Some of the humanoid creatures with wings get caught into it. You see they kind of dissolve, but the remaining part of the creature doesn't do what it did before. Like the skin doesn't harden and calcify this time. And it looks a little different now that you're closer. Its skin seems to be more oily than it was before. And the fire is snuffed out almost instantly after it hits the creature. It's done some damage to it, but not like it did before.
So it's like they're like the D&D equivalent of the Borg.
But now you have attracted attentions to yourselves. So everybody go ahead. Actually, let's just do this. Richard, roll initiative for your side.
I'll do. S. Well, 3.
You guys
Not
go
quite as dangerous
first.
as I thought we would be.
And there are currently 20 some odd of the humanoid butted figures around, and the 30-foot slug thing. But you guys, what'd you roll? You guys rolled a 3, so you guys go first. Spells, anyone?
Yep, I'll cast a spell. I'm casting Bless, so we all get +1 to attack and damage and morale, but yeah, that doesn't affect. So yeah, we all get +1 to attack and damage.
Huzzah!
Anyone else casting spells?
I'm going to use an item.
Okay, that'll come under missile then. So movement. Anyone want to get closer? I'm going to figure this started at encounter distance equal to Radnar's fireball.
Yeah,
So
I'm
300.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm figuring I'm sort of moving closer to them. I'm not rushing or anything. We're sort of moving normal. Sort of movement distance.
Well, you cast, so you can't move.
Really?
Yep.
I thought you could.
Nope.
Okay.
Not moving.
All right.
Yeah, I'm moving closer because
Okay.
we're well outside of range. So
Okay. Radnar, what are you doing? Oh, so you're using an item, so go ahead. What
Yeah,
item are you
I'm going to, sort of make sure that there's nobody but the creature directly in front of me, and I'm going to use a scroll of lightning bolt.
Okay. Did you also move or not?
To the side, just enough so I could get, like, if there were people in front of me, I don't want to get them with the light.
Because they Scribble Shakes runs ahead. Ah!
Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay, lightning bolt. Go ahead. Actually, what are you aiming it at? The slug-like thing, or
Yes.
like okay, go ahead.
Plug-in thing.
Just roll damage. Don't even need to roll to see it. Just roll damage.
Know that lightning bolt is a lot less range than fireball.
180.
Yeah, so you would have to. You did move, and then you used your scroll, so that's fine.
Okay.
This does seem to do quite a bit of damage to it. You see its flesh kind of fissure, and like stuff from the inside oozes to the outside. It kind of shakes and convulses on the ground, but it doesn't seem to have finished it off. And you see that its skin again is starting to change, and it's looking almost coppery metallic now. Jenkins, what are you doing?
Monkey brain say to see enemy. Monkey brain grab battle axe and attack.
Okay, so you're still too far away, so you run forward. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So that's all the first round. Unless
All right.
Scrimbleshanks, you want to take a missile action and shoot while you're moving? or-
there is absolutely no way I'm in range.
Okay.
If we're at 300, where
Yep.
the maximum range of fireball, I am way outside.
Okay, James. Okay, so their turn.
You're at 200 because fireball's 240.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
200.
All right. Okay.
So does that change your math any?
Nope, not at all.
Nope. Okay.
Still outside my range.
All right. In which case they go. The slug did its thing. It's adapting to the attack that just happened. The creatures around it take flight and kind of even the distance between you and them. So they're not quite in melee yet, but it just have the distance between you as they move forward, kind of glide hopping as they're trying to get used to their wings. No missile weapons on these dudes. So, Jameis, roll a d6 for your side.
Ooh,
You guys go first.
Uh,
Magic?
Yep.
Okay.
Bonus dice.
What are you casting, Jameis?
So they've all moved far away from me. I'm going to cast.
Actually, they
protection
move
from evil.
closer to you, other than the
No,
slug.
no.
Oh, they
My
have.
teammates
Yeah.
moved further away from me. I'm just
Yeah.
going to cast this on myself. Protection from evil,
Sure.
which prevents enchanted, constructed, or summoned creatures from attacking me.
Yep.
Although you can still make ranged attacks. So yeah.
Good thing the GM just informed you they have none. Safety. All right, you cast it.
Yep. Everyone else is rushing ahead of me.
Movement. They did a full move, assuming that Scrimbleshanks just moved as normal. You can engage, or you can shoot at, let's see, 100. So there's 80 feet between you and the leading edge. So you can move closer and then shoot. I mean, up to you how you want to do it.
That's medium range for short bows.
So are you shooting?
Yeah,
Yep,
sorry.
there he goes.
I am. It just took a while to tab over to the other thing.
Your arrow hits one of
Minimum
the
damage.
creatures. Yeah, it doesn't seem to even flinch at it. If Radnar reported everything he saw, you would have been told that the defenders were only having luck when they've decapitated or otherwise cut up the being such that they cannot move.
Aha! I decapitated them with one arrow. None of them with... all right.
All right. Yes. So Scrimbleshanks, you have hit one with an arrow. It doesn't seem to be highly effective. Radnar, what are you doing?
I'm thinking Radnar's probably going to catch his breath. He's got,
He had to walk and then talk. It's just taking
he's
so
like
much
400 pounds, man. He can't run that much.
Okay.
Well, technically, you can still fly because you're still going to
that's
fly.
good.
Yeah. You probably are levitating or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what you want to do?
I'm not going to do anything this round.
You're going to held off? Okay, and just let them kind of come in. Constantine, you can now move and engage that first flank of creatures that are moving towards you.
Stab. Well, no, not stab. Chopped. That's the proper physiological word for it.
You are in what's called a target-rich environment. It's also called you are surrounded.
Hey, it just means if I swing enough, I'm going to hit something eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that should be it.
Yep. Okay, you hit a creature. You do damage to it, but it doesn't seem to register anything. Actually, now that you're face-to-face to it, it doesn't really have any facial characteristics at all. It's like dough, where there's just impressions of an eye and impressions of a nose, but it's nothing else.
Is it basically just a Play-Doh creature? I'm sorry.
Well, its skin is kind of a light off gray. It doesn't really have any characteristics to it all other than, it's got these kind of odd wings that it's trying to sprout and get used to. 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. So yeah, you cleave it, but don't do enough damage to it to get it to stop, and it doesn't seem to register pain.
Oh yeah, but if I just chop enough pieces out of it, it should stop moving after a while.
Radnar has said so. That is what the tactic the wall defenders were using. It's their turn now. I'm going to say 5 of them can attack Jenkins by surrounding him. The others just rush forward towards Scrimbleshanks and Radnar. What's your AC there, Jenkins?
It is. Why did I have to close this as soon as you? 4. I'm gonna guess.
Only 2 of them hit you. It's not bad. The 6 points of damage is when they get close to you, they bludgeon you. Like their fists don't really even have fingers. They're kind of like a spatula like hand shape but no fingers, and they just kind of wail at you with the ends of their hands, and it's bludgeoning. So like they just kind of beat at you. Just 6 points of damage.
Okay. Did we heal since last session or no?
Not unless somebody gave you a ring.
Nope. Okay. Just wanted to know.
By the way, remember that you guys are blessed to get +1 to attack and damage.
I thought it was melee. Is it melee only?
It doesn't say.
It doesn't differentiate,
All right, okay.
so I'm going to say it helps for both. So 2 points of damage for that.
I doubled my damage output.
Right. And so let's see. Radnar was slower, so an edge is going to be in melee with Scrimbleshanks now. The rest of them are kind of going to fly past and go towards Radnar, which they won't quite get into melee range with, but they will with Scrimbleshanks. So same thing with you, Scrimbleshanks. 5 of them are able to surround you. And what's your AC?
I'm a class 5.
Oh, 5. So. None of that hits. You're just too small of a target. They get in each other's way as they try to buffet you and slam down at you. You're not even sure how they can see or hear you, as they have no eyes or ears or any way to sense their environment that you can see.
No ears? God damn it, I can't even
listen to you.
Oh, no!
It's like the perfect creature that's Scrimbleshank proof. It can't listen to a word you say. All right, so we're going to end that with Richard or Scrimbleshanks in melee, Jenkins in melee. Radnar, you're not quite in melee, but they will be in melee range next round. Jameis, Galen is still very far away. The slug-like creature doesn't seem to be doing anything else yet, although you can see that it's starting to blood out more of these creatures that are fighting you. It seems like the process is not quick, but it's starting to birth more of these creatures. So next round, Bill, roll me a d6.
All right.
Wow, you guys are doing really well with that. Is anyone casting this round?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. What are you casting, Radnar?
Okay. I'm going to cast Dimension Door, and I'm going to go that way.
Okay. So you go sideways, however many feet Dimension Door takes you away. All right. Look up what that distance is when you get a chance. But yeah, you create a portal, you step through, and you are off laterally that many feet. Movement is next. Now, Jenkins and Scrimbleshanks are both in melee. So moving is probably not great for you right now. But Galen, are you going to move?
Yeah, I'm going to run into where they are. There's an actually double move, whatever. So I want to get close to them.
It's double move, assuming everybody is smart adventurers so that you made your packs to be easily droppable. You get your full movement rate. Not considered So I think full movement for you guys is 120.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So we will get to no one can do missile unless Galen wants something missile-wise.
I don't even have a missile weapon. I don't even carry one anymore.
Scrimbleshanks, we'll start with you. You're surrounded by 5 of these creatures that are trying to bludgeon you into submission.
Well, I dropped my bow that I previously had, and I pull out my long sword and hack away at one of them, I guess, trying to decapitate them, as I've been told that is the thing to do.
Remember your +1 to hit and
yeah, I was just gonna. I can't change that on there, so
you can just add 1 when you do the roll.
Yeah, I will have to do that. Boring as it is. Aha! Have they got an AC of 10 or worse?
They do. You hit.
Oh, and I do 6 points of damage because it doesn't add it in there.
Do you try and hit one of the ones that's already damaged? I'm going to say there was a damaged one on you and a damaged one on Jenkins.
If there is the one that has already taken my arrow, then yeah, absolutely I will.
Okay. In which case, we'll say the arrow hit him like high on the neck, and you strike the same area, beheading the creature. And it drops But whether or not it drops lifelessly, you're really not sure because there's no fluids leaking out of it. It's not doing death throes. It just stopped moving when the head was separated. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not attacking me anymore, so that's a bonus. Or that's the object, I guess.
Jenkins, you're surrounded by 5 of these creatures.
This appears to have not been my best idea. Can I leave this situation and position myself where I am in fact not surrounded by 5 enemies?
You are in melee with 5 enemies. You can take the fighting withdrawal action, but they can just follow you. So yes, you can move and you can keep them from getting a free attack, but they can just move with you, or you can break and run and then they get free attacks. But if you want to move yourself closer to, say, Scrimbleshanks, you can do a fighting withdrawal so that you and Scrimbleshanks are fighting together.
Scrimbleshanks, would you enjoy that idea?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You can come join me.
All
Please
right.
lead 5 more foes right to me. Yeah, no problem.
You owe me at least 1 hour of uninterrupted talking at you. To you, I mean, not at you.
The more enemies we get into a tighter and tighter space, the more Ragnar can hit with a single fireball.
Yeah, and Scrimbleshanks will be fine. You, not so much.
Oh, God, no. But if I die...
Would Scrimbleshanks be fine?
Actually,
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I'll take the damage and burn horribly and then repair it, but...
I mean, just use my body as a shield. It'll be fine.
All right, so you do a fighting withdrawal as you fight off the attacks, but they do follow you. So you are now back-to-back to Scrimbleshanks, and there are 10 of these foes, 9 of these foes around you. And I believe that's everybody on your side, so now it's their turn. And we'll give Scrimbleshanks the benefit of only having 4 attack him.
The benefit of me killing one of them is that one of them doesn't attack me back. That's great.
So one of them hits an armor class 3. Is that going to hit you?
Yeah, that's definitely going to hit me.
Yeah. Okay. Again, it's just a blow upside the head for 3 points of damage. That's it. And then the other 5 are going to go after Jenkins. Oh my. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they proceed to do a beat down on Jenkins as they start kicking him in the ribs or beating him over the head for 12 points of damage.
And that is me down.
Okay, so are you at 0 or below?
I had 9 HP left, and you did 12.
So, Scrimbleshanks, this is what you see. It's all bludgeoning damage, and you see Jenkins go down. You can actually tell that they're pulling their blows. They are trying to not kill Jenkins, but render him unconscious. As Jenkins drops down, one of them suddenly develops a mouth, where a long proboscis starts to snake out and head towards the back of Jenkins' neck.
Just throw my neck directly into a rock. It'll be fine. Then they can't eat the neck.
So it has not connected with Jenkins yet. You're just noticing this is what happens.
Don't worry, Jenkins. I'll save you from a fate worse than death, he said, and attempted to chop off your head.
Yeah. Which leaves us with Constantine. Why don't you roll a d6 for your side? And is anyone casting this round?
Yes.
Yes. Assuming I'm close enough to them, I will be.
If you rolled 120, if you moved the full 120, then you're going to be within 60 because they had to move forward to.
I need to move and cast, and he won't let me.
You cannot move and cast at the same time, but you would have ended last turn at 60 away from the closest group. They got a 5. What did you roll for your d6 there, Constantine?
Huh?
Roll a d6.
Oh, sorry. Wheel spinning, but there's no hamster.
Okay, in which case, Scrimbleshanks stands by shocked as this little proboscis thing just piths the back of Jenkins' neck, going several inches into what you could only suspect is his brain. Does Jenkins have one?
I have a smaller one. It's a bit more.
Yep.
I have the smooth brain. I don't have all of the wrinkles you humanoid folk have.
So you watch as Jenkins starts to flail around and convulse as the creature starts to have differentiating characteristics now. Eyes start to grow, the skin turns more of a normal color. Started to look a lot like Jenkins, actually.
Oh, well, that's
Oh,
okay
he's gonna lose intelligence.
It's beginning to look a lot like Jenkins.
Now's the unfortunate part. Jenkins, as it sucks all of your memories and everything away, I need you to make me a death save.
Oh.
That would be a D20, correct? Or
Well,
You
Yeah,
should
it's
on
under
your-
your saving throws.
Yeah, look at your character sheet. You should have a save for death.
Up by
Oh,
the
so
abilities near the top.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Poison or death ray.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yep.
It's not a ray. Or is that poison or death? Ray.
Ray.
Is it only for people attacked by people called Ray? Make a save.
All right.
Oh!
So we do have some bits. I would spend one and re-roll that if I were you. Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me see how many you actually have. Let me get to that.
I don't think we do. I know the Tuesday group has tons and tons of bits, but I don't think we ever have any because we
Yeah,
keep spending
actually,
them
I
when we
think
get them.
you're. I think okay. So as you watch Grimbleshank, Jenkins just kind of before you kind of looks like just has all the juices sucked out of him. It becomes like very brittle as all of his skin just kind of contracts and his bones are brought up in kind of a fetal position as the figure that's sucking the life juices out of him becomes more and more looking like Jenkins. You're not completely gone yet, Jenkins. I'll let you know in the next round, depending on what goes on here. Okay, so and then the rest of them beat down on Scrimbleshanks.
The other 8 or 6.
I can only get 5 around him.
Okay.
Everybody else just gets in the way. So 1, 2,
No!
3, 3.
4, I think.
What's
13
that?
should hit
Keep
me
it.
as well.
18, 19, 20. So I hit AC.
Hey,
3.
Rednor, you want to come in, pick me up, and we'll go somewhere else?
Oh, what's your AC?
My AC is 5.
5. So yeah, then 1, 2, 3, 4 of them hit you. 46.
Oh,
10 points of damage.
not bad.
Are you still conscious?
Yes.
Okay.
I am still up
Yeah.
and moving.
Again, I mean they're pulling back the blows a bit. I mean they are beating the holy hell out of you, but it doesn't look like they're trying to kill you.
They're trying to assimilate us.
Yep.
Meanwhile, back at spawn site, 10 more of these creatures are spawned from the slug. Your turn. Spells, Radnar and Galen.
I'm gonna magic missile the creature that's looking like Jenkins. I went just far enough to be inside the range of magic missile.
Okay,
If you'll allow that.
Yeah. go ahead.
I wonder if the creature thinks it's Jenkins now.
Well,
Well,
see,
what
that's
race
what I
was
was
it?
going to find out what you were going to do first.
Before it goes doink.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's gonna. It probably doesn't have the part where. It might not have the part without the dent because that happened magically and not naturally. So it might just get the natural dent.
Go ahead and roll your damage, Radnar.
17.
At full hit points, Jenkins, how many hit points did you have?
Oh, 19.
Okay,
Too up.
creature's still alive. Galen.
Given that you go on about us having to drop packs and shit, can I get a scroll out? Do I have a scroll on me, or do I?
I'd assume
is
the
that-
scrolls that you would commonly use, you would keep on like a belt pouch instead of your backpack.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm going to get a scroll ready while I move in closer because I can't. Actually, no. Can I move and scroll?
Yep.
Or is that
Yep.
okay?
Just using an
I
item.
move, and I use an item of Cure Serious Scroll that I had prepared earlier
Mhm.
on Jenkins.
Nice. Nice.
Now, is it enough to do anything? Is a different question.
Make me a wisdom check, James.
Oh, do I want to fail this? No, I make it.
You would know that that kind of healing doesn't work if the person's already dead. You can take your chances. He may or may not be dead, but he sure looks dead because he's like a fetal mass of no liquid in his body. And,
I'm gonna try it anyway. What the hell? It's
Okay.
magic. I'm a healthy
He's the
person.
good side of the nice lady. He's gonna at least try once.
Do I bother to roll the dice then, or is he actually dead?
no, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give Constantine. Make me a wisdom check.
Constantine, a wisdom. Jenkins, wisdom check.
Yeah, it's actually good for you.
What? Aw.
Okay. This is a little odd, Galen, because you are casting the spell, and the spell, requires you to, you name and you Constantine or Jenkins. Your spell works. Go ahead and roll for the healing.
Okay, now does the creature get it? Is the question. 11 points.
Okay, Jenkins. You are disoriented. You're in the middle of the battle. You don't quite remember what's going on. Take 11 points. So wait, hold on. You said you had 19 was your original?
19 was my max.
Was your max. Okay, you took 17, leaving 2. So you have 13 hit points right now.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
It healed Jenkins, who is not Jenkins anymore. So now we have
Wait.
Crystalloid Jenkins, who thinks it's Jenkins and is on our side. Blah, blah,
Wait a
blah.
Okay, I'm a little dumb, but can I put two pieces together? Am I allowed to? Is my character allowed to put the two pieces?
No, right now, you're just disoriented. You can't really. So for the next round, you're basically just going to stand there in confusion.
And you're going, why am I naked and why is my body over there with all my gear?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You are in the middle of a melee, holding no weapon, naked.
Is his tongue his proboscis like tongue still out?
No, it's gone. Yeah, it's gone.
okay.
But yeah, he's taken upon that normal look of Jenkins when he just doesn't understand anything, which is honestly his normal look. Yeah, he looks very Jenkins-like, Scrimbleshanks.
I sit on the ground, and that is my only thing.
All right, so Radnar, let's see, you cast Magic Missile, Jameis cast a scroll, so Jenkins is sitting down. Scrimbleshanks, what do you want to do? You're surrounded by a lot of these creatures.
I mean, I was going to get out a healing potion and give it to Jenkins, but the healing's been done, so I'm sure he's fine now. Whatever's going on there. My backup plan was to kill the Jenkins thing, but I don't know.
You've still got a dozen things around you and dozens more on the way.
I guess I'm just going to attack one of them.
And the creature just sat down in a very confused look. I mean, you can consider that to be like, oh, he's the most vulnerable one to attack now, but there's lots of target-rich environments.
I believe there is another injured one still.
Yes, there is.
Also, I guess I'll attack the injured one and see what happens. Yeah, take this, foul beast from beyond, before you turn into me.
There's the bits thing.
7 points.
Sure,
0.
you hit armor class 0, so you hit, and
7 points of damage. That is,
which is enough if you're going after the injured one.
Yep.
Again, you do a blow that kind of takes off the neck and arm of this thing. No blood, but it just stops moving. It just falls at your feet. Stops moving.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
They might not be dead, but they've stopped moving and stopped attacking me. So it's a win.
Jenkins is confused. That's his turn. So we're back to Richard rolling a d6.
Question.
Cool. I'm casting.
All right. Well, let's see if you even get the opportunity to, or am I going to roll as good as I usually do?
Doesn't matter.
You might be dead. I don't know.
Anyone casting this round?
Me.
Okay. Simultaneous round. So go ahead and cast, Galen. They don't cast. Well,
Okay.
the creature is starting to bud some more things.
I am casting on Scrimbleshanks' weapon, striking. So you now do an extra d6.
Ooh.
See,
You
if
catch-
I attack the creatures, the protection from evil fails. But if I aid Scrimbleshanks, it doesn't count as attacking the creatures. And they can't attack me.
Fair. We'll let you lawyer that one.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, Radnar was not casting this round. What is Radnar doing? You can move or missile. What do you want to do?
What's the big the tube doing?
It is budding off more creatures.
Okay, I'm gonna use my other.
10 more have already been budded. They are so last round they budded off 10 more. Takes them around to kind of figure out what's going on, and they are looking like they are going to join the fray this round, and more are being budded.
I'm using my other scroll of lightning bolt against it.
What is the distance on lightning bolt?
180.
180.
And how far did Dimension Door put you?
Like 150.
I'll
He
give it
also
to you.
moves sideways and stuff, so it's a
I'll give it to
circle.
you. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
So, what are you casting again?
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt, which the
Okay.
creature is adapted to.
Go ahead, just roll the damage.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll do something here.
I don't know, do all the individual creatures get a different lightning bolt attack? I don't know how lightning bolt works.
Again, this time around is not as effective as it was the first time you cast it. It does do some damage to it, and it looks like the creatures that were in the process of budding just kind of fall off before they're completely formed. But the slug-like creature is still alive. Well, you saved yourself another round of creatures anyway. So that's our casters. Let's go to Scrimbleshank, who is well surrounded. Actually, you know what? Some of them are going to break. Some of them had broken off last round and are heading towards Radnar. They are continuing to head towards Radnar. Some of them are going to break off from you, Scrimbleshanks, to head towards Radnar as well. They don't seem to like Jenkins. They're just leaving alone. They don't see Jenkins as being a target for some reason.
Do I get a free attack against the ones who are leaving then?
There's
Or
too
not?
many of them. Like 5 keep you pinned, and the other ones can just go around you.
I'm not sure there are more than 5 at the moment.
No,
I mean,
there are.
there were 10 attacking. I've dealt with 3 of them. Jenkins is down, so that is 4. So there are 6, if
Yeah.
my maths are correct.
But there were 20 of them originally, so the others had gone around and are
Right,
heading
only
towards
had-
Radnar.
No, a bird's counting the 10 that have budded last round to also attack.
I'm sorry.
They're moving.
Ah.
Yeah, they're moving.
All right.
They're nowhere near anyone yet, but they are
Yep.
moving. Yeah. So one of them, Scrimbleshanks, can disengage from you, and the rest will stay.
Ah, that one is the wise one. It is fleeing from me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're still surrounded. Go ahead
Well,
and
I mean,
do what you're gonna do.
I attack one of the other ones.
Okay.
Is there that is not injured, but will soon be injured.
Well, hopefully, if you hit it, you'll be doing good because you're
Yep.
doing an extra 2 plus.
I'll be able to do at least 2 points. No, at least 3 points of damage thanks to your
Yeah.
smitey smites. I hit an AC 10. Does that help at all?
You hit.
That hits.
So
All right.
you need exactly 7 points of damage to.
All
be
right. Well, that is
capacity.
5 points, and
Yeah.
here's the bonus D6. Hey-ya!
Perfect.
9.
You get rid of another one. Well,
So
at least
this
it stopped
way-
moving.
Yeah, 1 round and attack. We're down to 1 round and
Uh,
attack.
Jenkins, you still have no idea what's going on, but you recognize Scrimbleshanks as a friend, and you recognize that he is in danger as he's surrounded by these creatures trying to kill him. You still have no weapon in your hand. You see a desiccated body in front of you wearing your gear, and your axe is laying nearby.
And Galen's there beside Scrimbleshanks going, ha ha ha, you can't touch me.
I've been sitting here for a couple minutes processing everything.
You've been sitting in there for a few seconds contemplating things. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been
Like
there for a
the
round.
2 brain cells that are normally fighting might be like, I'm gonna fucking question that after the fight, and I'm gonna go grab my axe,
Okay.
and
You can attack. Yeah.
I'm going to charge at one of the fuckers that's hurting him the most.
Sure. Yeah, you can just grab the axe off the ground and start swinging where you're standing because they're all around you.
Of course, I would like to say that I am not lunging myself directly in the middle of all of them.
Oh, you are already in the middle of all of them. That's a
Okay,
foregone.
so that's already too late. Okay. Well then, let's go at it, fellas.
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
All right.
That hits 9 points of damage. You cleave one right down the middle. You are surprised when there's no spray of blood or fluid of any kind, but it does stop moving.
I'm just gonna look at Scribbleshanks and be like, I'm having an existential crisis, but just help me have the existential crisis afterwards, okay, man?
I mean, I shrug.
All right.
I'm not
Anything
supposed
is
to be
by
the
licensed
dumb fuck. I'm not
psychiatrist.
supposed to be having an existential crisis.
All right. I think that's everybody on your side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this was a simultaneous round. So the ones that were on Scrimbleshanks, well, they're just going to attack Scrimbleshanks because they don't see Jenkins as being a problem.
Oh no, poor Scribbleshanks.
They don't seem
None of them succeed in hitting it. Yep. And then the rest of them are within melee next round of Radnar. So Radnar, you've got a group of them that are facing off against you. 11 to be precise.
Against me?
Yep. They're not. They can't attack this round. They just arrived this round.
Okay.
Okay. So who's up for the next D6? I think that's Jimus.
Jimus.
Yeah. Roll a D6. And is anyone casting?
I'm using an item.
Oh, 2. We got plenty of time to think about it.
My cat's harassing me.
All right. They go first. Well, same deal. 4 of them are going to attack Scrimbleshanks. None of them hit. Oh, that's a D6.
Those
Yeah.
were D6s. I mean, I don't want to.
Oh, 2 of them hit.
Oh,
Ah,
7 points of damage.
no,
X-Mac, you're still fine.
not my precious hit
Yeah.
points.
And now Radnar is surrounded.
Yes.
And here we go.
I think
1,
3
2,
being
3,
as well.
4 of them hit you, Radnar.
Alright.
Radnar, take 19 points of damage.
Yep.
Ow.
Yeah, same thing. They surround you and just start doing the beat down, kicking you in the ribs, smacking you over the head. And then creature starts butting off some more minions. Looks like 8 of them. But they are not ready yet. They're in the oven. They're baking.
Ragnar.
It's your turn.
Oh.
So who is casting? Radnar, you said. Well, Galen said you were using a device, right?
I'm using that.
You're using a device. Galen, what were you doing?
I'll cast the Cure Light on Scrimbleshanks. So he seems
Okay.
to be getting the full brunt of it at the moment.
It looks at Radnor.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and work out how.
Well, also, you get minimal health back. 2 points.
Woo!
Okay, I'll hit you for 2 points then. There you go. That'll sort it out.
And Radnar's not close to you at all because he dimension doored
No.
away, so he's like 120 or whatever
miles
away
away.
from you. All right, Radnar, you were using a device. Go ahead. What are you doing?
Okay. Am I able to are these surrounding me?
You are surrounded. Yes.
So I can't just fly through them towards the tube.
You can do a fighting withdrawal, but again, with a fighting withdrawal, they can follow you, but you can move towards the tube thing if you want.
Can he not just fly straight up?
They would still get attacks. Well, no,
But
I
with
think
a
that.
fighting
Nah,
withdrawal,
sure, you can do a
I mean-
fighting withdrawal straight up. Yeah, sure.
Well, what
Well,
I
they
wanted, so I can do a fighting withdrawal somewhere, but I can't do that and attack.
If you do a fighting withdrawal, you cannot attack.
Well, use an item in your case.
Mhm.
Well, I can use a different item than I was thinking about using.
Well, your fly spell's already active. I mean, so you can take the fighting retreat and just fly away.
I'm a long way away from everybody else. I'm
Yeah.
gonna fireball centered on myself.
Yeah.
You can do that.
All
Yeah.
right. I love doing that.
Mhm.
I really do, man.
I'm very surprised you haven't done it earlier.
Yeah, no, I just thought of that.
Just roll damage. All right,
29.
now they have been adapted to fire, so they automatically save for half. But unfortunately, even a half is more than enough.
Yeah.
And they don't really catch fire so much as they melt
Yeah.
around you, Radnar. Okay, so that worked, and you're free. How many fireballs did you memorize? Because you've cast 3 of his spells so far.
He's got
Oh
items and
no,
stuff.
I,
as well.
I didn't cast fire. I still have let me see.
He's got rings and fireball.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've got like rings and scrolls and shit.
Okay. Yeah, just
Um,
keep track of what you're using. That's all.
I have, yeah, believe me, I wish I had more lightning bolt.
Yeah, because the rings are same thing. Once you use them, they're gone until you can do a recharge on them.
Yep. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you're clear. All the ones on you burned away or melted away. Not a problem. So let's go back to Scrimbleshanks, who is surrounded with Jenkins, who is up and fighting, or some facsimile there end of Jenkins. He's fighting nude.
I mean, that's maybe new. Oh, I'm gonna take
Scrimbleshanks,
out.
from how I know you, there ain't no way in hell that you have not at least tried with another man before. This is not the worst thing you've seen. This is not the
I
worst
mean,
thing
I've
you've
never
seen
seen
in your life.
Jenkins naked before, but you know.
Yeah, but I'm not anything special. You'll be fine. Mm-mm. Ain't the Hulk in here.
Well, I try and kill another one of those
Yeah.
things surrounding us. Me, them, whatever, surrounding a thing. No, should be able to do.
Yeah.
Is he 9?
That
Yep.
hits.
Oh, the bonus damage would do that anyway.
Oh, well, that's 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage is enough to
11
Yeah,
total. So yeah,
yeah,
there
so
you go.
that's enough to make another one stop moving.
Huzzah!
Jenkins.
Mm-hmm. Kill time?
They are ignoring Jenkins entirely. Even when he strikes out at them, it doesn't seem to make a response.
I mean,
Hey, can I ask a small question?
Mm-hmm.
Did the big fucking thing that keeps popping all these out attack Ragnar when
No,
he gets
it's
hit?
still far away.
Is it too far away that it's not reinforcing the people we're attacking?
Well, it is. It's growing new forces, and they're running
Yeah.
into combat with you guys. But you're not close to it, so they're having, every time it spawns off some new troops, they've got to close with you.
Hey Ragnar,
He's too far away.
Yeah,
Ragnar's like
I'm-
120 away from you.
I can't hear you.
all right. Well, if he's still alive when I get over there,
Oh, there's a big burning area of grassland around him, but he seems to be fine.
the fire. He's a wizard. He'll be fine. Fire's his natural element.
Okay.
Yeah.
You cleave down. I think that's the last one, actually.
I've lost track.
Yeah, we'll call it the last one. So yeah, you split the last one in half. The creature has spawned 8 more though, which are it takes them around to kind of get used to their forms as they learn how to use their limbs. Radnar's the closest to that. So let's no, I guess we'll stay in initiative. It's gonna be Radnar. Go ahead and roll a d6.
All right.
You have accounted for all the troops except for the 8 that have just newly budded off this thing. You guys go first. Spells?
Using an item.
Okay.
Movement.
Yeah, movement. So who wants to do what? Ragnar's the
Um,
closest to the slug thing.
I'm
I'm
running
going
to
to
this
fly directly towards this thing,
Okay.
the big tube,
Mm-hmm.
and when I get within 100 and I'm going to wait till I get within about 100 feet of it.
Well, you fly 360. So
Right, yes.
320, something like that. Yeah.
So when I get within like 100 feet of it, I'm going to pull out my horn of blasting and use it. Haven't used it yet.
Yeah, it works against constructs. It's a
Yeah.
construct. Sure.
Now, I've not used this before. It's suffer. It's a 100-foot long cone, 20 feet wide at the end. Does 2d6 damage.
Right.
Hey, that was the horn I was talking about. You should have circled the building 7 times, circle the worm 7 times, and then blast it.
I totally forgot, man. All right, let's see what we got here. 2d6.
Okay.
Wow.
So the thing with the Horn of Blasting, that 2d6 is basically against living targets. It's actually far more useful against. It's meant to destroy walls and things like that. Which the construct is a construct. When you sound the horn, the construct shatters into dust, including the creatures that it was spawning. Unfortunately, it was right up against the wall of the city. So you see some of that rock crack and shatter. And
hey, a door.
A portion of that wall just slides and sloughs off. And you can see inside, it's a large city in there. There's a lot of these homes have kind of, they look like chimneys, but they're not made of brick. They're round, almost clay, perhaps, or stone maybe. But instead of like smoke fire coming out of it, there's kind of a purplish plume, and that's what kept everyone from seeing in from the top. But now that you can see through the bottom, it looks like a large teeming city. The roads are concentric. It's like a very well-built city, not one that organically grew, but one that was created. The streets radiate out like spokes. There are segments and sectors to the city. And the city defenders, now that you have cracked the walls, there's a phalanx of maybe 50 of them in kind of like a wedge shape. They have large tower shields, and they've got those spears that you saw them using. And they're kind of like standing in the gap of where the walls shattered.
Hi.
Sorry. Took care of your problem there.
You are the closest to them. What do you say or do?
Sorry. I didn't mean to destroy your wall. I just wanted to take care of that, whatever that thing was.
Make me a charisma check.
I've got a halfway decent.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, average morale.
Hold on a second. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
A group of about 5, still kind of in like a wedge formation, kind of breaks off from the group and approaches you. The rest of them seem to be doing something to the wall. You're not sure what. They're going at it with some of them have chisels, some of them have like clay pots of like fluid that they're pouring on it.
Yeah, I'll just kind of hover right above the ground and wait for it.
Elon, you said you were running forward, so you can arrive. Anyone else that wants to go over there? Jenkins, you're still nude.
Are we still in combat? I'm sorry.
Nope. You're out of combat now. Yeah.
So, as I'm getting time to think, and I look at my body, because I felt being fucking killed and knocked out.
Actually, you don't. No, you don't have any.
Not?
Yeah, you don't have any memory with it between the last time that you slept. So the last time you slept, so the only thing you remember, the most current memories you have, were in the last village that you were in. You don't remember the big slip and slide through the tunnels, any of that.
I point at Scramble Shanks and then point at the body and be like, "What the fuck happened?"
I mean,
I don't remember anything.
You saved us.
Village. What?
You saved us.
I'm nude as fuck.
Nude as...
Can someone
He's not
tell
just
me
nude. He's nude as fuck.
Yes.
It's pretty nude. You might be wearing shoes or socks. I think.
No,
that
I'm not wearing anything. I'm not even attempting. I'm just so confused,
It'd
man.
be cool if you're wearing socks and nothing else.
Well, when someone is nude as, sometimes you're still wearing socks or shoes.
Anyway. Can any of you explain why there's a guy wearing my clothes? I woke up naked.
I am threatening you with a sword. Because,
do-
I mean, you came to help me, but, I don't know what's going on.
Are you attacking him?
No, I'm threatening him with a sword.
Okay. Because you're going to do a fair bit of
I
damage.
think that
if you
happens
attack
at
him.
least twice a day, though.
I just point at Ragnar and be like, is Ragnar near?
No, nowhere near you.
Is Jameis near?
Nowhere near you.
with
It's just
Red
you and Scrimble Shanks.
I'm just kind of dumbfounded.
Who are you? What are you? Nah.
I think I'm Jenkins, but there's a dead body with my stuff on it, and I'm gonna be real, it has the same dent. You can't make that dent up. You can't. You can hit someone you can try and hit a body, but the issue is that dent healed over time.
So
It has
you're-
the dent.
So Jenkins, your current body does not have the dent because you are your most perfect body. So
Yeah, there's no dent. That's not normal. I'm supposed to have a dent. I mean, I got a little bit healed, but there was still a little bit of a dent there.
This is beyond me. Pick up your stuff carefully, and we'll go over.
I'm gonna. I pull the pants off of my character doesn't know, but I pull the pants off of the dead body. I put it on, and then I carried the rest of the dead body on my shoulder because as long as I have pants on, I think I'm okay. And I just start walking towards the closest.
Try to pick up the desiccated, dry figure, and it just kind of breaks in your hand. Like there's no fluid to hold it together at all. It turns to dust as you start to move it around.
Just inhale that Jenkins dust.
I look at Scribble. Did Scribble Shank see me die?
That's the good stuff.
Or bro?
I guess I don't know if I saw it in the confusion. I guess I must.
Oh no, you saw it. Yeah, you saw like all the juices being sucked out of him, and the creature turning into a Jenkins.
And I think Jameis did too. So, because he healed me right after.
True.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw something.
You know what? I just grab my stuff, or at least what I think is my stuff. I look at him and be like, "We're gonna ask one of the magic men. They're smarter."
That's exactly what I'm threatening you with this sword to go over there and do.
You don't have to threaten me. I'm fucking confused, and I am not intelligent enough to understand this. I'm smart enough to know when I'm not right. I walk to either Jalen or Ragnar, the one who's the closest.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of walking.
Yeah,
they're both,
kind of also.
So
discussion.
these 5 warriors that have approached you. Again, they're wearing kind of like this. You swear it looks like stone armor, but it must be light or it must be like very thin stone. It seems to be made of the same stuff the wall is made out of. It glitters, but boy, it looks like stone. They're wearing those odd domino masks where the right side is very different between each of the people, but the left side all looks the same. Radnar, you spoke in common. One of them speaks to you kind of haltingly. It's not great. And interspersed in there, actually, do you speak only Thaiation, or do you also speak the local dialect? I keep forgetting the name of it.
I'm pretty sure I only speak Thaiation.
Yeah. You only speak Thaiation? You don't speak Trolladaran?
I don't think so, then.
Okay, so it's common interspersed with bits of Trolladaran. If Galen could speak Trolladaran?
I don't know what I speak, so I never remember the Caleria the natural elves or not.
Well, you wouldn't know the natural human tongue, though.
I mean, that said, we have been around Jenkins, and Jenkins speaks Trollodaran, and we would probably recognise the words. Even
Yeah,
if you don't
but
speak it, and we go,
maybe.
wait a minute, that's Trollodaran.
So they're making an effort to speak to you. They do know some of the trade language. You get enough to know that they are offering you, asking if you were injured and if you need aid, and they are offering you entrance into the city. But not much more is being passed across very well.
No, that would be good. We could do with resting up.
Galen and Radnar, since you were the two standing here, actually, nah, all four of you, make me wisdom checks.
Oh,
How wise are we?
Low
Oh,
success.
boy.
Low success.
Just as good as always, Jenkins.
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
Those of you that succeed notice that it's impossible to tell their expression from behind the mask that they're wearing, but their body language is like they're it's as if you were naked and putting yourself on display, like they're trying to turn their heads as if trying to give you a bit of space.
Oh,
like
okay.
you're yeah.
Hello, we come in peace.
Yeah, so Screamo Shakes gets it. The fact that they're all wearing masks and you are not, so there must be a cultural taboo of some sort. They're treating you as if you were unnaturally naked in front of them.
Oh, we're really, really ugly. I mean, it could be.
Did anybody succeed that wisdom check with a really high, like over?
No.
Both
No,
rolled a
okay.
two.
Nobody did. Okay, good. Good.
To be fair, Jenkins is naked, so.
Yeah. But they were already doing this to both Galen and Radnar before Jenkins and Scrimble Shakes joined them. So like they're trying to like not look at you directly at your face. They're kind of looking down or around you.
To be fair, I put on pants.
You got some of that Jenkins dust still in the crotch there. It's just all over.
Yes, it's not going to be pleasant. So
yep.
I'm near Ragnar now.
We accept your offer of hospitality, as gracious as it was given.
Yeah, and at this point, Jenkins with you, Jenkins can make out the Trollodaran, although it's strange. Like you understand what they're saying, but it's almost like a modern day person hearing someone speak Old English, right? Like you understand, but it seems really archaic to you. But yes, they welcome you in. They give you the safety of Hearth. This is kind of what Jenkins is translating, and they say we must hurry as to get through the wall. And you're noticing that the wall's growing back. The people that are tending to it is some kind of stone crystal matrix, and they're growing the wall back as you have been speaking.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. I can ask Ragnar and Jameis to do a checkup on me after, because I'm gonna need one.
Yeah.
So you guys pass beneath the walls as they're being repaired, and there's like a small. You would imagine a guardhouse, and they seem to be every 50 feet or so around the inside circle. And they bring you in there first, and you see that they're kind of blocking you from the other inhabitants around from seeing you too clearly.
Well, I am as much
You're
as I
covering
can
your
doing.
face, yeah.
So I can.
Yep.
Yeah, Galen's too insensitive to care.
I'd use a shirt or bag and put it on my head, but they're all white, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't.
I mean, if they give us masks to say, "Oh, here's the visitor mask," I'll find and wear one. But I'm not. Not something I'm offering.
So they bring you into this.
If you're not an elf, I don't care. You're just all these weird cultures you've got going on.
So they bring you into this round kind of room, and again, it seems to be made of the same stone. And there's table here. There's food about the table. There's wine. You can smell wine, beer, etc. The fare on the table all of you would notice that it seems to be it's vegetables, root vegetables, lots of mushrooms of various varieties, but you don't see any meat on the table at all. There's some fruit here and there. Again, they're trying to avoid eye contact with you. Although Scrimbleshanks covering his face, they seem to be more at ease around Scrimbleshanks. And another person comes in wearing another one of these masks. Again, the right side is very different than anyone else you're seeing. But on the left side, this time the mouth is turned up in a smile. The eyebrow is kind of like arched in kind of a laughing kind of thing. And there are a couple of dots around the edge. And he's coming in. He's bringing kind of like a two-wheeled wheelbarrow. So there's two wheels in the front that he's carting in. And it's got clothing and masks, boots and stuff like that. And he kind of bows to everybody and says, I would be honored if you were to accoutre yourself with my wares.
He says
this in
languages
Trolladaran, a very old Trolladaran, Jenkins, but you can understand.
Oh, hang on a moment. Rednor, you can still fly, right?
It's not been an hour, so yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just pop out and grab my pack and get it back from when I dropped it? It'll take you like 2 seconds to just fly there and fly back, and then
Yeah, I'll do that.
That happens in this picture.
That's fine.
I'm gonna ask it as best as I can. Not to offend you. As you can see, we're obviously not acquainted with your culture, but may I ask, what's like is there a religious reason for the mask thing? Like, I'm actually genuinely, I'm curious now, because
actually, he's confused. He's like, well, yes, I have brought masks. So there are plain white masks in the cart,
okay,
as well as paints and various like gemstones and whatever to ornament your mask, to make your own masks. He said, you must have lost your face in your travels and adventures. Please, I would be honored if you were to make a new face from my wares.
It's one of those.
Okay. I look at him. I'm like, okay. I don't know what happened, but fair enough. Just give me a minute. I'm already having an existential crisis. Give me a second.
Yep.
I am trying to talk to one of the guards.
Sure.
That is there.
And speaking common or trade. Yeah.
If I cannot communicate with them,
they understand trade, but
All
it's like you can't use big words.
I don't have the words for this, really. So, like, I point at Jenkins, and then I just go, and then sort of point at the back of the neck, and then keep pointing at Jenkins.
They just don't get what you're saying. They never saw it. Is what
But they might have seen it before. And so
what you're getting,
then
I'll tell you what. Okay, you're gonna make me a roll for pantomimes. Make me a wisdom check.
Not a charisma roll.
No.
Awesome at those. All right. Hey, like he did this thing, this stuff, and they seem to be attacking your city. So I assume you know about this.
You're not convincing them. You're trying to show.
No,
them.
they understand kind of what you're getting at, but they're not familiar with it. They didn't see it happen. Haven't seen it happen. And this was an original attack. This has never happened.
All right.
Yeah. As well as doing that, I'm going to ask Jenkins. Jenkins, can you attack me? Can you hit me?
I look at him deeply,
Smart.
and I'm just like, I don't. Okay, how do I put this? First and foremost, can someone tell me what the fuck happened because I don't remember anything except waking up in the middle of you guys fighting. No one has told me anything.
Before you guys get into this, hold on, time out. Before you guys get into this, and after Scrimbleshanks has clarified that they haven't seen this happen, they leave you alone in the room, and the person who brought the cart of wares came in. Again, is just, he seems to be grateful if you were to wear his offerings.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll do a mask. One half sort of very nature-looking colours and stuff. The other half very basic plain, because I can observe that much at least.
I grab the mask. I just paint it black because I don't know. I don't know what I am right now. I'm so confused.
Now, hold
How
on.
everyone's describing it.
Galen has asked you to do something. How are you responding to this?
I'm going to do a reluctant punch. I'm gonna try not to. I'm very confused. Okay, a reluctant punch. I'm not.
I mean, you can. Yeah, you haul off and punch him, but not full force. You're capable of doing it.
Interesting. Oh,
I'm like,
get your Jenkins in. Magic, I assume. It's just magic. What are you gonna do?
I mean, like, okay, Julian, you seem less wanting to stab me in my throat right now. Never seen Scribbleshanks this crazy. Did you see what happened?
Say Julian?
James. Sorry, whatever your character's name is, I keep. Galen. Sorry, I had a lot of Roman stuff today. A lot of.
Yeah, no, I'm guessing that creature absorbed your soul or something. Yeah, that's magic. Stuff happens. But you don't seem to be a construct, so that's fine.
I'm looking at him with some of the deepest horror I think I can look into a man.
This guy turned into a flying skull with bat wings or something, and then he came back. It's a thing that happens around us. I don't bother with this anymore. Galen just really seems like, yeah, this is just something that happens. It's yeah, whatever.
I don't know how to feel.
And I've died a couple of times.
It's not that big.
Have you died yet? I can't get. I've lost track.
Can one of
It's a thing
you do one of you know how to do an inspection, or do we have to find someone else with more skills to do that?
Oh, if you don't mind, I'll try something just to check.
Yeah, go ahead, man. I have
take
no
the deck around and I just prick him. See if he bleeds.
Oh, that's interesting. He doesn't.
But he's not a construct. Okay.
Well, yeah. So here's the thing. So Galen might know this. So constructs don't have souls, and that's kind of what your magic works off of. You know, soulless beings can't. You know, but if a construct were to have a soul, is it really a construct anymore?
Yeah.
I'm looking.
But no blood.
I'm looking at the no blood. I'm looking at him. I'm like, that can't be good.
Well, otherwise you have to wait 10 minutes for one of us to sort of see if we can see. Radna would know more of that sort of stuff. I don't know that much about constructs.
Well,
that's more Radna's area.
At the very least, you've determined that souls are contained in juice.
So the other thing, Jenkins, is that you registered the fact that Galen pushed a needle into you, but it didn't hurt. Like, you felt the pressure, you felt it penetrate your skin, but you didn't feel pain.
That is mildly concerning. You know, this is the time point in a man's life when he starts questioning things like his faith.
Radnor and Scribbleshanks, what are you guys doing? So this two-wheeled kind of wheelbarrow that was put in front of you is filled with clothing, pants, shirts, robes, like different types. Like, they don't know what you would find comfortable.
Does any of it fit me?
Well, here's the thing. All the clothing on this cart is all the same size.
Ooh.
The robes, Radnar, are the closest thing on this cart that's going to fit you.
I will, I don't know. I will, just sort of give them a slight bow, and I'm
Oh,
sorry.
he's already left. He's already left.
Oh,
They've
well,
been
then
left.
I won't do that at all. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, if nothing's gonna fit, I'm not gonna put. I'm not gonna put something over my
The
clothes.
robes will fit, and some of the cloaks will fit. It's just actually, if you want to wear pants and a shirt, you're out of luck. Some of the other things in here will fit, though.
Maybe I'll wear a robe and then use maybe the pants or the shirt to make some kind of weird, fashion statement.
If you're digging through, along with the brushes and paints for the mask, there's also needle and thread and some shears, so you could piece together something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna wear the robe.
Okay. What are they called? Muumuus?
Something like that, yeah.
It's still a little tight around the chest and gut, but
Hey, it's better than nothing.
And if it's
Yeah.
all one size, I might grab a cloak just to hide the sort of more extreme nature of my armor.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I'm keeping my armor on. I'm not taking that off.
I'm gonna chill because I just was flinging a lot of really powerful magic around.
Yeah.
I imagine that needs to be kind of.
There's no place to rest here. Like, you don't see a bed or any place to recline, but there is a table full of food. Again, missing any kind of protein. No meat.
Yeah, Randall, can you take 10 minutes to look at Jenkins and see what you see about him? Because that's more you're the intelligent one around here.
Yeah. What do I think about it?
You take the 10 minutes to look at Jenkins.
Yeah.
Jenkins. So every living thing has a little bit of a magical aura around it. Right. Everything, including like vegetation and animals. They all have a little bit of a magical aura. Jenkins is furniture. Like, he just appears as like an object. He has no magical background. He just looks like he no different than the chair or the table to you magically.
Oh.
What happens if I try to
he doesn't have a soul?
Well, see, you can't. Your magic sight can't see into things.
Okay.
So the surface of what is Jenkins looks like a table or any other piece of object to you.
Do you mind if I try two things?
I don't know if Radnar's sharing that, but go ahead, Jenkins.
Yeah, I mean, not really, because I don't want to hurt his feelings or anything.
Well, yeah, but my character's going to try two things. First one is obviously I'm going to try and see what happens if I eat food.
Okay.
And secondly, what happens if I try to pray to my Titan gods?
Okay, first thing, you stick food in your mouth and you chew. You have no swallow response. Like, you can chew, but when you try to swallow, this is also when you figure out you're not breathing really. You don't have an air pipe or an esophagus.
Okay. If I can't even speak to my god, my character's probably going to have a mental breakdown.
Well, see, so if you pray, you've never been able to speak to your gods, by the way. Like, they've never answered.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You can still pray. But
I'm going to try again. But also, if they don't fucking answer me when I would think the Titan gods would fucking answer if one of their followers turned into a fucking chair. I'm going to be real with you.
I forget. Have you guys informed Jenkins that the gods are absent?
No.
Okay.
No, it must have slipped our mind.
It's not important.
No, not at all.
Well, I mean, just like always, Jenkins, there's no answer.
You know what? I look at Ragnar and be like, Titans are fucking assholes.
Now,
Yeah, they're
to be
kind of,
fair, only the higher level gods have gone. The lower level ones are still around, so it depends where the Titans rank.
Ooh, that's a...
Well, I guess I'll have to find some fucking patron to worship too. Ugh.
So as
Let's do the
Jenkins
second.
discovers that he cannot eat,
I cannot eat.
and it's at the same time also discovers that he's not actually breathing either.
I'm hyperventilating, and I'm having a a bit of a panic attack. My character.
You're definitely not hyperventilating if you can't breathe.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I understand, but
I'm casting a spell bit.
Okay.
No alignment, and I'm casting it on Jenkins.
Okay. Jenkins, what was your alignment?
My alignment. Fucking. It
Which
was
is basically neutral, lawful, or
Lawful.
chaotic.
It's the same.
Lawful.
It's
Okay.
the same.
As far as I can tell, he's just transferred into a new body. Yeah.
That doesn't mean I like it.
No, I can't remember. I mean, Randall, did you transform your skull back, or did we give you a new body and you transferred into that? I can't remember.
I don't know. I probably kept it if I could.
Yeah, I can't remember what we did, so we might be able to transfer you to a new body at some point, Jenkins. I can't remember what we did with Randall. It was a while ago.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. It's in that tiny bag of holding that I have.
The body.
No, my skull that I was. When...
Yeah, you still have the flaming skull. You're back in your body.
Right.
Okay.
I've got the skull in my tiny bag of holding.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So everybody makes a mask.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
while they have been doing all of that, yeah, I've been sitting over in the corner painting my mask and making it look good. And
Okay.
it has many mouths on it.
All right.
Just
Does anybody eat the food that is offered other than Jenkins trying to eat and failing?
Yeah, I would. And
Yep.
I have no hesitation over eating food.
Okay.
I got a doctor here. I'm gonna ask for some health and maybe spiritual help. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
You guys are given about an hour. Go ahead, Scramble Shanks.
I was just gonna say Jenkins is injured, right? Still.
Yes.
Theoretically.
No, he's not. He's not.
He's not.
What?
Mm,
But I took damage.
Not
you
anymore.
look fine.
I look. Does that mean I got my hit points back, or?
Yeah, I mean there's no wounds where you were hit by the magic missile. You're fine.
Definitely not bleeding. I mean,
Yep.
I was going to offer the ring to see how he healed, but I mean, if he's healed, then
There's not even
I
scar
just
tissue
assumed
left. Yeah, there's not
Galen
even
must
scar
have done it
tissue.
while I wasn't looking. That's fine. Yeah.
You guys are given about an hour, and then the person who brought the wheelbarrow in comes back in. Everyone dressed themselves in some fashion. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
did not. No, I put on the mask, but I didn't change my clothes at all.
Okay.
If that is gonna.
He seems delighted, though, that everybody has at least gotten a mask. If not, he looks at the tailoring that you've done to the clothing, Radnar, and he offers to make it. You know, he looks what you've done, and he pulls out some more of the clothing, and gets to work doing a better job of making you a set of clothing. He seems to be delighted that you are using his wares. He does ask a question, though, and this is mostly being translated by Jenkins, who understands him better than the rest of you guys do. So as you saw with the guards and this man, the right side of the mask is all different. They're very distinctive, very different from one another. The left side, all the guardians, was exactly the same on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
This man's left side is different from theirs. And the left side's also very plain. And he looks at your masks, and let's see. So Scrimbleshanks, what does your left side look like? Or did you just do it up all the same, right and left?
It's not mirrored, no.
Okay.
Like that, it's not symmetrical. So like there are just mouths all over it in different places, as if trying to represent a storyteller. That's how he would do it. So.
He understands,
and I guess there are ears painted on it as well, if they can be
Okay.
for listening as well.
Jenkins, seems to understand that Jenkins is your interpreter. So he stands in front of you and points at the left side of your mask and asks, "I don't understand what his function is."
I look at him.
And he's pointing specifically to the left side of Scrimbleshank's mask.
Oh, he's storyteller. Where we're from, we don't have masks like yours. We have very different ideas on masks and how they work and how they're being used. So our masks are incredibly strange to your masks. That's how I'm going to put it.
He takes another one of the masks off the cart, and he, on the left side, he's showing you Scrimbleshanks. He's showing like the eyebrows are kind of up in a pattern this way. The mouth is wide open, and there are laugh lines. And well, I mean, you know what the drama and tragedy masks are, right? And so he kind of makes up those, and he explains to you that this is what our storytellers. This tells us that you're a storyteller. He's not asking you to correct yours. He's just showing you that these are our storytellers.
Well, if I can change my mask and incorporate at least some of the details.
Hey, make it! Put the mask off.
He does the same thing to each of you. So, Jameis, did Galen make a mask actually?
Yeah.
Okay, so
right side is nature, left side was just sort of plain mouth, nothing happening really of any kind of.
Okay, so explain to me just a straight mouth. What are the eyebrows doing?
If they're there, they're just quite flat. They're not really doing because Galen doesn't want to say he'll just do a basic left hand side. I don't. Really
Okay, he doesn't actually say anything about your mask. He just kind of moves on. Radnar, what does the left side of your mask look like?
Okay. So I would have tried to make like the one side, and I forget whether it's the right or left, like look the same on everybody's. Mine will look like that, and that's kind of whitish, right?
Yeah, it's white. It's plain white mask.
The other side's black.
It's a black mask. Okay. Okay. He points at Radnar's left side, and again, using you as interpreter, Jenkins, he asks, "Oh, a holy man." He seems delighted. He seems delighted.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I'd be like, he is a man of great power, but not holy power, just power in general. Think of the power a priest can have, but without having the needing the advice.
Think of the power a priest can have, but completely different.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to make it make sense.
When you explain this to him, he takes some of the silver and some of the gold inks, and he makes some embellishments on your black side. And he explains, this is what our magisters wear.
Thank you.
And it's basically the eyes are like the lashes. Well, your eyebrows are long, and they're silver and gold. The eyes kind of come down in a loopy whirl with silver and gold.
Yeah,
it's still very plain, but more ornate than most. And then Jenkins, what does your left side look like?
My mask is one side black and the left side is blank. I have.
Oh, you did nothing with it. He doesn't make any comment to yours either.
I don't know my purpose.
He makes a suggestion, and he just takes some black paint and just makes a couple of dots on the side of your mask. And he says, our interpreters and traders wear this.
That's not a bad idea. I probably do need more education, though, before I go fully into that trade.
Okay.
I can't read.
So we're getting near the end of the session. Is there anything you want to ask this man before, like, you are now suitable for public, is what he's he's okaying you for?
General question: what is the name of this place? Where the hell are we?
Okay. Well,
I can go through Jenkins. I don't really. Yeah, but that's basically. What are we? Where are we? We sort of turned up here out of the hill. So where are we?
Okay. Well, the city is simply called the Black City. It's just what they call it, is the Black City. Where are you? He doesn't really seem to know how to answer that. He's definitely speaking an old version of Trolladarin. So their people must have originally been here. As he takes you out into the public, and there are rows and rows of people as you come out that are here to greet you now that you are properly covered. Everybody make me wisdom checks again.
Go get your wisdom. Ooh, nice, good success.
Fail.
Yep.
Okay. So everybody failed except for Galen, and Galen made a high success. Galen, we'll end tonight's stream with you recognizing every person is the exact same height. There is no one taller or shorter than what appears to be 5'10".
Huh. I wonder if they can attack me. That spell lasts for 12 turns. It's not. It's going on for a while.
So yeah, we'll end it there for tonight. Again, we're playing our BX Mystara campaign, and hey, Richard, you have recently made the level on Twitch where you can get subscribers. So tell us about your channel.
Hi, I'm Richard, and I play video games badly here on Twitch at LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now, limited time offer. No vowels.
No vowels.
No vowels.
And it's just whatever I fancy playing, though focusing on games that are, or supposedly focusing on games that are, on sale for a limited time offer.
But they have vowels, mostly.
Yes, unfortunately they do. But
Awesome. Jameis, tell us all about your blog.
Yeah, when I'm not playing games with all my friends here, I don't exist. So you might find muttons of me on my blog where I do talk about movies and such.
Cool. Bill, what do you got going on with the frogs?
Well, assuming I can, continue recovering from the plague, I will be continuing my Lost City Baracus. We're getting closer and closer to the end. They've just got to find a couple of things before they're ready to go down. So, if you're interested, get in touch with me. I'll get you in the game.
Nice. And Constantine, I believe, is an internet black hole. So for the rest of our stuff, check out Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. You'll find 14 years worth of podcasts on there, as well as all of our other social links to Facebook, Discord channel, YouTube, all the fun stuff. So yeah, check us out there. Get in on the community. Thanks for watching, guys. Say goodnight, everybody.
Night.
Good night.